Hey, what's going on, everybody? In this video, we're going to continue our series on scrap wood projects that sell, and we're going to be making a American flag rustic cross. It's a very simple build that is put together with just 3 pieces of wood. The American flag rustic cross has been a good seller for me. It's just an awesome way to show your patriotism and also your faith in Jesus Christ. So let's just jump right into the video. The dimensions and products used for this build are in the description below. This cross is made from 1x material. I first cut my scrap material to the correct width on the table saw and then cut the pieces to the final length. After milling it down to the correct dimensions, I give the pieces a good sanding. I started with 80 grit on my orbital sander and finished it off with a 220 sanding block.
Once I sanded, I measured 5 inches down from the top of the centerpiece and made a mark on both sides of the centerpiece. I then used my speed square to make a line on both sides. I then used these lines to line up the side pieces or the arms. I then took my side pieces and checked which edges will line up nicely to the centerpiece. I then used my Craig jig to add pocket holes to attach the arms to the centerpiece. I like to use face clamps at the seam to keep the boards lined up. This allows for the joined pieces to lay flat with each other.
The union for this project will extend from this left arm through this whole section here up to the start of the right arm. And so all this will be blue, and we measured 1.5 inches because this is a 3-inch board, so we needed to find the center of this at 1.5 inches and made a line straight through, dividing here, making 2 stripes. And so the top will be a white stripe, the bottom will be a red stripe. And so we'll just use some painter's tape here to block this off and stay in this area red. This whole area will be blue, and then we'll make our remaining stripes here next.
To mark where the stripes will be, I like to use a scrap piece of wood that is 1.5 inches thick and mark all the way down the centerpiece. The original length of the centerpiece was cut to 18 inches, and I like to do this because I then cut to final size after marking my stripes. Once you have the stripes made, it's time to start taping off the white stripes and seam the red stripes. I like to use Varathane Red Barn and Varathane Navy for the union. After staining, I torch the cross. This allows for the grain to pop, and also it dries the stain faster. But you can opt to let the stain air dry if that's what you prefer. Once the cross is torched, I trace the stars using a regular pencil onto the union using a star template. With the stars traced on the flag, I use my Dremel for carving the stars. Once I finished carving the stars, I torched the flag one more time, very lightly to darken the stars, giving it a more balanced look. After torching, I let the wood cool off a bit and then spray it with some poly to finish it off. Here's the final product.
If you need some tips and tricks on how to carve your stars out using a Dremel, make sure to take a look at this other supplemental video. As always guys, thank you for your support. I'll see you guys on the next video.